My name is Kat. I've been an advocate for intersectional rights in the Canberra region for a number of years. And currently I am the Chief Executive Officer of Women with Disabilities ACT. We are a systemic advocacy and peer support organisation for women, girls and non-binary people in the ACT region. We mainly run on a human rights philosophy and it's based on the Convention on Rights of People with Disabilities. Our work is mostly with the government and non-government to improve the lives of women with disabilities in the ACT region. Intersectionality means that we're taking into account the experiences of multiple axes of oppression and disadvantages. And women with disabilities are actually 40% more likely to be victims of violence than women without disabilities. People of colour, on top of that, are also less likely to identify as having a disability and in turn are less likely to seek support for their disability and are less likely to be represented in the data. So if we take into account examples like this, we need to have a really clear idea of what our community actually looks like so we can actually properly provide the support that we need. People with disabilities are almost twice as likely to live in poverty than other Australians due to their disability not being able to be accepted in workplaces and a reduced ability to take on workloads. There is also a severe lack of accessible provisions for people with disability. Some people with disability need special kinds of building and infrastructure to be able to actually access the property, and unfortunately there is a severe lack of those in social housing. Compounded with the fact that so many people with disabilities are victims of violence, interpersonal and domestic violence, it just causes a situation where we have so many people with disabilities who unfortunately have no choice but to become homeless. This day is a really important day on the calendar for all disability organisations. And there are so many resources out there that so many organisations will be putting out. It's a great time to learn, to attend workshops and events, and make sure that you are keeping up to date on some of the research and what you can be doing to support people with disability. I think especially it would be great to consider First Nations people with disability and consider donating to local disability rights organisations.